BS, just straight bars. It's time to get to it. Let's get busy. Here it come. Pull up on the spot, I'm ducking another op from another block until I give him a couple shots. When I hit the spot, we pulling up, it's something high, showing up the rocks. I'm high chief just from the top, we can get it in though. Looking for your kinfolk, all these men in the bar, I'm wick with the pencil. Trying to smoke something, so at last, my last stash got me smoking out the window like I caught backdraft. No turning back, I'm earning scraps and learning that I've been fired with the pen like an inferno match. Send her up to the sky, thunderclouds hit me, show you the full gore with all killer instinct. Put him in a figure four, maybe he will listen more. When I kick in the door, everybody hit the floor. All these girls coming to cash. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Humble Roses podcast. It's your host Dallas Cash, coming in live from Northeast Ohio. Welcome to the show. It's been a hell of a 4th of July weekend for me. Hope you guys had a great 4th of July weekend. I'm anxious to hear what everybody did for their 4th of July plans. But obviously, let me not get too ahead of myself. We do have a special guest coming to the show today. Hopefully, she does pull up. But like I said, it's going to be a three-headed chimera today. Pause. So with that being said, I don't come alone in Northeast Ohio. Obviously, in Northeast Ohio, we have a lot of people who deliver. Speaking of delivering, speaking of being punctual, speaking of he was actually here before I was here. So that shows you how dedicated this man is. And we have some breaking news that we'll give to you guys shortly. But let me introduce one of my co-hosts, obviously my best friend for the last 20 plus years, and I don't know how he still puts up with me, and I don't know how I put up with him. I don't know how we put up with each other. We are like the most dysfunctional brotherhood, but nothing's more dysfunctional than a functional brotherhood that is dysfunctional. My man Kev the Postman. That's your
what
ass,
up, bro. That's your ass, Mr.
Postman.
What up, bro? How you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. How are you feeling? How is the wife feeling?
The wife is feeling great. Thanks for asking. I am trying to recover from July 4th because there's still smoke hanging around the house. So
we gonna get to that in a minute, because you weren't the only one. I just say 4th of July. I go all out on 4th of July. Woo! We got some talking to do. However, speaking.
What up, boys?
Before we get to that.
Okay.
Speaking of smoke, the title of this is called Southern Smoke. And
here we go.
Speaking of which, somebody just got back from Cali again.
Ooh, I wonder who that could be.
Yeah, she had to go deliver some hot tamales.
You
know what I'm saying, to all the special Broncos out there on the West Coast. Let's ride. Shout out to Bo Nix. Shout out to
hey man, them Broncos gonna look crazy this year.
Yeah, shout out to Tua Tagovailoa, or Tua turn the ball over, as I like to call him. But I don't
know how you gonna be fans of two teams. I still need answers for that, but yeah, I think I know who the next person is.
We know who this person is, and this is the godmother, and everything is bigger in Texas, including this woman's heart, and that is La Madrina, the godmother, Vanessa.
Hey girl.
Hello. First off, I'm glad your wife is doing good.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is what we doing.
Yeah, we starting off real. We getting this out the way right now.
Jonathan, you come in the comments. We can know better.
You know what the funny thing is that in CCN, there's like different duos and trios and factions.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like Chaos Collective.
Here we
go.
Chaos Collective.
Love you, Faith.
Me and Kev are the dysfunctional brotherhood.
All right, we can't stand each other, but love each
other. I love the dude as much as I can't stand him, but the love outweighs the.
Because he outweighs me, y'all. So just
just by a little bit.
Just by a little.
Just by a little bit.
We got the Chaos Collective, me and Trailer, the chaotic duo, like
the big three of CCN, and then
Oh
there's
yeah, you got the big three.
then there's the
big
four chiefs of CCN, or the four pillars, whatever you want, the four horsemen of
Oh, yeah.
CCN.
Yeah.
There's the four horsemen, which is me, BK, Nova, and JT. So it's like there's so many different factions.
And toxic attitude.
Forgot about toxic
attitude.
Hey, don't forget about, and I'm just gonna make this up, the crime cult. So the crime cult is
Who's the crime cult?
The crime cult is me, everybody in Acknowledge the Dynasty who watches crime, and Vanessa's in there too. Anybody from CCN is yeah. So if you watch crime, you are in that clique. You're in the crime clique. We just gonna call it the trauma unit, the trauma unit, or the
I like that. Yeah.
The trauma unit.
The trauma unit.
WrestleFace says, I am not in that.
Yeah, all of these clicks is getting to me. I gotta figure this out before the end of the night. I need to know all of them.
So before
but we're all one family, though.
Yes, it's still a family. I think you people seen Community. This is how it feels.
Yeah, this is exactly how
it
feels.
We're definitely in the study group.
Without Donald Glover walking in within the room full of fire with the pizza. But before we get started with the show, you know what I'm saying, let's do a little Q&A. So I got a question for the panel. I'll start with you, Kev, and then I'll move on to you, Nessa. What did you do over the 4th of July weekend? Like, how was your 4th of July? Tell me about it.
Well, my 4th of July, other than fireworks being let off all around my neighborhood, we had a part 2 on Saturday and a part 3 on Sunday. So yeah, and the smoke is still here outside, but everybody had a good time. Nothing really happened. It just was a typical, block party with fireworks. But everybody is fine, and the baby is doing healthy, and we are at 28 weeks. So 26
right.
weeks. See, I'm a terrible person. It seems longer, so that's my fault. But yes, 26 weeks.
All
right, what about you?
That's
well, as you know, I was in California again this weekend. I invaded Sports for You on Friday on 4th of July.
Hope you guys had fun.
We did. We had fun. There was fireworks popping off literally all day long. Like they sounded like bombs going off.
Oh, like bombs. All right.
Went to the movies. Went downtown. Got to see, all the statues. It was cool. I had fun. Definitely fun.
That's what's up.
Stuck in the airport for like 6 hours.
Ooh, that does not sound fun.
That was not fun.
Well, I tell you
what.
What
about you, Dallas?
All right, so my 4th of July, I actually had Thursday and Friday off per my job. So when we went live on March with Mike's, last week, I was already starting, my 4-day weekend. We had to go to my aunt's house because she was barbecuing down there, and she makes like the best barbecue burgers I've ever had. And she had like the pepper jack cheese, like melted with the barbecue, oh my gosh, I can't even talk. Just the way that that thing tasted, just the way that burger tasted was just nothing short of amazing. And then I had to go see my stepdaughter and her boyfriend. They had a cookout, which a lot of people came to. And then I had to go to another party with my friend, but they stay out in the country, but it's a nice house. It's like a $1 million house, right? The Amish people out there were doing their own fireworks. So we had a fireworks show by the Amish neighbors down the street, and their fireworks were better than the ones downtown.
Well, the Amish know how to get down, man.
Dude, I timed it. The fireworks went on for 37 minutes.
That's crazy. I will say though, I almost died from a firework. They lit it up in the middle of the street, and it came like right at us, like it blew up. I was like, oh, yo, that's how we doing it.
I'm glad you did not get hurt in any way,
No.
shape, or form. Before we get to our guest, Mimi said which airport?
San Antonio. I
Mm.
was stuck at San Antonio due to Denver weather.
Ah.
We will have to get Charles Barkley on the show one time to talk about San Antonio.
No, we don't. We do not need Charles Barkley. No.
If you know,
trash. If you know, you know.
if you know, you know.
God.
And like I said, that don't apply to nobody. We don't have nobody from CCN from San Antonio. You know what I'm saying? So
No,
that man said you weren't even born in Texas. So
I was not.
nope. What city in California were you born in?
Sanger, California.
Okay. Okay, not bad, not bad, not bad. Well, I have been waiting on this moment for a long time.
I literally started clapping
because I can feel the anxiety from our guest. I have anxiety because now this person is not have they only become a mainstay on the show. It's also like this show's not complete without him. That's
true.
that like I'm sorry if this guest is not on the show, this is not the Humble Roses podcast. This person is synonymous with the Humble Roses podcast. This person has their own website, 2 books out, writes poetry, an author. I said author. Not only is this person an author, but this person has just basically created this aura of wordsmithery with the magnum opus of the English language that she displays. And who better to talk about someone that embodies the spirit of the Humble Roses podcast more than this woman here? The writing that goes bang in the night, the bump in the night that you hear from the authenticity of her words, the way that she paints effortlessly, like Michelangelo at the Sistine Chapel, or a Van Gogh painting being composed in the mind, the oil pastels that create this acrylic painting that she has created for this canvas has basically made an impact not only on the Humble Roses podcast, but those who are around her. This is a powerful woman, and we always bring powerful women to this show who step up, rise up, and discuss what is right and what is wrong. And since we're covering one of the people that she brutally defends, Becky Lynch, I thought there was no better person to bring to this show than the incomparable, the immeasurable, the woman with the most indomitable spirit. And not only that, she's responsible for the one thing that everybody recognizes. So when you hear this, you know who's here.
It's
not only
time.
You know Oppenheimer ain't got shit on her. Oppenheimer ain't got shit on her. Because not only does she drop bombs, they're so artistically, how can I say it, abstract. It's really hard for me to not give her one of the greatest introductions that I could possibly give her. Throughout all of this, society has been mirrored deep into the root of survival, and surviving was her number one asset when she walked into this world. So when she stepped into this world, she decided to become a poet, an author, a mother to the culture. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my greatest honor, my greatest pleasure to introduce a personal friend of mine, a friend of the show. We have the author, Lena. It's going down.
Yay! Hi,
Lena. Yeah, we made it.
I'm gonna do the thing.
Something's wrong with your mic.
Your mic is, I can't hear you, but she go ahead. We'll wait for you if you got to get it together.
Oh, we got you.
Yeah, we got you. While she's
We're excited. I know
Yeah, well,
Dallas has been waiting for this one.
Yes.
yeah, because now it's like, what am I going to do now? Because I don't get to read the comments today. That's the only bad
Right.
part
You
about
just gotta
having.
tell you.
I
Yeah,
know.
Just tell
yeah.
them.
Take your time. Take your time, Lena. We'll be here. If you got to go in and come back, we'll be here. Lena, Lena, Lena,
Lena,
Lena,
Lena,
Lena,
Lena.
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 She's coming back. She's coming back. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got to talk a lot about so many different things. So we'll get started. I don't know. Shit. Let's start with we'll start with something small and then move our way up. So,
Alright.
I wanted to talk. See, now I got to look at what I had on. Oh, since we were on the subject of 4th of July, and we're kind of doing a little bit more of a Q&A, what do you think is the worst thing to bring to a cookout? Besides nothing. We already know that.
That goes without saying. The worst thing you can bring?
And don't say raisins in the potato
I
salad.
was gonna go there too.
Okay,
Damn.
okay, let me put it like
Go
this.
ahead, go.
I don't like potato salad, so I mean, but if you're putting raisins in the potato salad, that's even more disgusting. Like,
Why would
if
you
you-
do such a thing?
I think that if you cannot cook, bring cups and drinks. That's your contribution. I don't know. It just depends on where you're going, what house you're going to.
Yeah, I was just gonna say potato salad with raisins, but second is like mac and cheese with
organic,
with the fucking Kraft singles on top. I hate that version of mac and cheese.
What?
I hate that. I hate Kraft singles. So that's
what about somebody who brings cupcakes with the icing all dehydrated and shit?
What?
Yeah, the icing was like the icing is supposed to be up like this. That shit was
drooping.
How the fuck was it?
Titanic.
They said unseasoned boiled chicken.
The fact that anybody even thought of doing that.
Yeah, anything
Lock
that
they
is a
asses up.
surprise. I get again. If you don't
Surprise casserole.
If you don't use seasoning in your food, don't bring that either.
What about
No.
what about ribs with no barbecue sauce on it?
Why would you do that?
Okay, hold on. Wait
That's
a second.
terrible.
Because there are some ribs that you use the dry rub.
Okay.
But it has to be a good dry rub. You could always add barbecue sauce.
So we
on
just
top of
talking
it.
about salt and pepper? No salt and pepper?
No, not just salt and pepper. Like
no, I mean nothing. Like he did the throat slit to nothing.
I was like, you could always add barbecue sauce to it. Like
hell yeah.
Quick audio test, Lena. You good? Still no audio. Let me check real quick. Edit mic settings. Yeah. Audio. Okay. Yeah. Lena, try something.
I hear something.
Do you hear me now?
Yeah.
We got you, Lena.
Okay.
Yay!
Yay! Welcome to the show. How you doing?
What's going on in here? Hey.
So, while we were on the subject, this is my first time hearing your voice. I actually didn't know what to expect. Could you tell a little bit of the people about like your origin and where you're actually from?
Oh, okay. Well, if you're like a Christian or something, I actually was born in the holy city of Nazareth where Jesus lived. So I am like
Whoa!
Oh, wow.
Sweet.
Yeah, I'm from the holy city. I went all over there before I moved to Canada. So I went to like Bethlehem in the manger where he was born. I seen it, and so that's where I'm from, like the holy city. I am like really Christian.
Oh wow.
Wow. That
awesome.
is amazing. Oh man.
So how did you end up in Canada?
Well, my dad came to visit his brother first because he was living here for a long time, and he just wanted to visit actually, like we weren't planning on it, but he got him a job, he got established here and ended up having his own company. So he sent after us for a year, and we settled here and everything. And the problem is we moved here in November, and talking about from someone that actually came from like a very warm place, we had to move here in the snow. And I'm like,
Hmm.
what is that? And it was freezing. I was never like seen snow ever till I came here. So everything was just so different.
Well,
And I'm still not used to it till now, but
You
you
never
know,
will. You never
you know,
will.
if you weren't
You never
born
get
into
used.
it, if you weren't born into it, you will never understand
no,
Mm-mm.
it.
I don't
I
like it at
Mm-mm.
all.
you,
Yeah.
you won't understand that it's normal when it snows in April.
Mm.
Oh God. Yeah, my
So
energy here has been bipolar. We had a couple of days like summer heat that you got in here, and then
Mhm.
a couple of days rain or wind, and today's heat again. I'm like, man, I don't. Just no wonder you get sick sometimes, and allergies. It's like the weather always changing here.
I have a question for you. So, what was the main motivation behind you wanting to become an author and a poet? Was there any life experience that you went through that made you decide you wanted to put your thoughts on paper?
Yes, actually. Honestly, I think I inherited this gift from my grandpa, my mom's dad. He was a poet, and he was writing all these poetry, but unfortunately, like he never got the chance to publish them because he passed away.
Mhm.
So I basically kind of started like, everything you go through in life, and they say like basically you have to go talk to someone about it, therapist.
Yes,
Some people do that, and I'm like, everything I go through, I'm like, I just put it down. I just started jotting things down, like just made it into poetry. And oh, those two books that I have about me, it's just basically everything I went through in my life, and I put it down. From I don't know, love, heartbreak, death. I faced a lot of things in my life, so especially a lot of death. So my second book has all these three poems about grief to help other people, just send my word out there. And the new one that's gonna come up, it has a couple of it too about grief. But um, yeah, I just love writing. I just find it like, whatever I'm feeling, my phone in here, it has a lot of notes on it. You have no
that's
idea. I'm
understandable.
just always jotting everything down, and just, so I won't forget. Something comes to mind, I just write it down and just put it. But yeah, writing is my hobby, and I love it. It just, it's not good to keep things bottled up inside, so I put it down, and it just works.
That's amazing. And I think everybody here is proud of the fact that we have somebody of your stature here. Um, your books, they can be found on your website at lenadow.com, correct?
Yes, that's
Do
my
you
website.
do you have anything on Amazon or any other platforms?
My books, both of them, Amazon. They're on eBay, they're on Barnes and Noble, and you can also find them
Oh,
in my publishing company's bookshelf. And there,
okay.
like they have a website where you can find them. But
Wow.
yeah, they're like all over, and I have my website. Um, Actually, I just wanted to let you guys know that I didn't want to say much about it until I confirm it from my publisher because we've been in contact lately. But I just wanted to announce that um, something I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I never had the courage to do it. And I was thinking about getting my third book because I sent my old new poetry to my publisher, but then I'm like, you know what? I put it on hold for a reason. I wrote something very important to me that I've been through. Um, I sent it to my publisher, and honestly, she said she was crying when she read it because it's very touching. And you guys will get to see it when it comes out. Well, I decided to write a memoir because I finally decided to open up about my journey with breast cancer. I wanted to send my word out there to
Mm.
let everybody know that they're not alone, whatever they're going through, and just like to help. whatever they've been through, to let them know it's okay. There's always hope. So we're working on that. It'll be black and white, and there'll be some photos in it. It's about 13 chapters with basically an encouraging letter at the end, kind of saying, if you're reading this book, just know you're not alone. I know what you're going through, and it's okay to cry, and it's okay, like all this, everything you've been through. I put it down, and I even told her, she's like, I was crying when I read it. I'm like, how do you think I felt when I put it down?
Right.
Everything came to me, like everything I have been through, like the experience, it was tough. And that's why every time when it's cancer time, like online, I share awareness, I make edits, I write something just to let them know they're not alone. So because honestly, I'm thankful because I lost a lot of family members to this disease,
Hmm.
and I'm just thankful that God gave me a second chance. So I'm using it wisely.
Right.
Yes, and we're very thankful for you and for you, your wise words again. Like Dallas said earlier, you are very much a part of this show, whether you're live with us or just in the comments.
Right.
So,
And not only that is that your story deserves to be told because
hmm
we I mean, we see people go through it, but we don't know what's in the mind of someone who's consistently dealing with it. So to have someone like yourself, as brave as you are, put yourself out there, like, ladies and gentlemen, this is we got a real life warrior on our show.
yes.
Forget all those champions on the show. This is the real champion right here.
Damn straight.
This is definitely the champion. Speaking of champions, um, I actually want to jump into Saturday night's main event. Um,
All right.
Saturday Saturday
Uh-oh.
night's main event. We're going to jump into it.
All right.
We'll move around a little bit as we go along, and I'm going to try my best to stay on task. I know how we get.
When does that ever happen?
It almost never happens. But guys,
Never. But we try.
if you're watching on Facebook, make sure you like and you follow the page. If you want to see more content, definitely subscribe to our YouTube page. We like and a subscription definitely helps all of us, and it definitely gets our name out there. So make sure you follow that. And again, I need all of that. So let's jump right into it. So Saturday night's main event. So far, I think there's only 3 matches that I know about, which it feels weird because it feels like there should be like 4 or 5.
More.
So we'll just go into this. So I'll just we'll start with one of the thrown together matches. This whole card was kind of thrown together.
Wow.
We got Randy Orton versus Drew McIntyre for like the 557th time.
Yep.
Obviously Drew returning was pretty big, especially but I just feel like Drew should have been given something a little bit more interesting, but I do know that they want to surround this card with star power. So for Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton, Lena, you're our guest of honor. I'm going to toss it to you first. Who do you have winning this match?
Honestly, I know that Randy deserves to win more matches because he's been losing, but I can see Drew winning, and why? Because this is the opportunity for Drew to wake up the 2009 Randy Orton. We need him back, that apex predator, because this babyface is just not working. And
Yeah.
if Drew
Yeah.
is the one that's gonna be making Randy, come back as the Viper, then I'm just thinking that this loss is gonna have Randy totally crash out and finally, become that Viper that used to strike and punt legends, like he told him on SmackDown. Like, we want that Viper back. I've been wanting for that. So I'm going for Drew to win here and for Randy to crash out and finally get, come back as a heel.
Hearing you say the word crash out in that sweet little voice is like, I ain't gonna lie, it's like the funniest thing. I would give
for him to crash out.
I would give anything to hear you say, get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
I don't swear.
Ah!
Hey, okay.
Just get
GTFOH.
Just say get out. I would give anything to hear you say, man, get out of here. I got to hear you say that.
Okay, get out of here.
That's good stuff.
I'm Alina. If you ever feel like you want to cuss somewhere, just tell me and I'll do it for you. Okay.
But I say I'll be your angry. I'll be your angry translator. You know what
exactly.
I'm saying? We'll be your
I'll take it too far. I'm not. Nah.
Oh, fuck out of here, Kev.
I'll be like, bullshit. This some
lady.
Nah, not going there.
Somebody said,
Tell
Russell
her to
Face say it like she's speaking to Cody.
Oh, I know. Or to Seth.
Oh, Seth. Yeah.
Oh, Seth.
No politician here tonight.
Tell her, get out of here.
Get your F out of here.
I got Drew taking the win, but I know Drew is going to eat a RKO. But I just don't see how they bring Drew back and have him take a pinfall loss. But then again, I don't know what they're doing with Randy Orton. He's kind of just floating around at this point. Hey, boss lady, how you doing? I got Drew. I'm not really gonna go into depth about it. I'm just gonna go ahead and pick Drew. Kev,
Jonathan, she's gonna spike you. You better get out of here.
I'm gonna pick Randy Orton so I don't get spiked. So that ain't happening to me. I'm gonna avoid that.
I'm gonna agree with Lena just because I feel like if Drew wins, this is how Randy's gonna start to crash out, and I am all for heel Randy. So and him trying to punt people is bringing 09. I'm getting the 09 vibes. So
yeah. 09 Randy Orton definitely needs to make a return because they've been kind of hinting at it.
So get him bald. He gonna go for the bald
fade
again?
Oh boy. Next match we got is LA Knight versus Seth Rollins. I need LA Knight to take this win, but I just don't see it happening because of B&B security. I'm sorry. Braun. I'm sorry.
Do not do the B&B security. It's Braun, man.
It's Death Row.
B&B security is what I call them.
Oh Lord.
Because of J&J security. And that every time Seth's got a faction, he's just
he needs security.
He needs security. Listen, let's check this out. The Shield, right? That's security for him, right?
Yeah.
When he had that faction with Authors of Pain and Buddy Murphy.
2.
The Authority.
3.
B&B security.
This man is trying to go for the 5P. He will have at least 5 factions before he retires.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going too in depth about it. I'm going to just pick LA Knight because I think LA Knight deserves a big win. And if he loses, it pretty much means that booking has given up on him because he has been in Money in the Bank 3 times and has never won it at all. He just lost his title to Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu just had his title taken off him via Solo Sikoa interference from Tonga Loa and Hikuleo, or Tala Tonga now. We a lot of some of the fans do call them B&B security. I noticed when I put that out, like a lot
became secure.
I noticed that when I put that out, like a lot of people like, oh, I call them that too. I was like, oh, damn, I ain't got an original thought. Nessa, I'm gonna toss it to you.
I want LA Knight to win. I agree. I don't know what they're trying to do with him, but he needs a win. And the fact that he's been hitman right now, he's been creeping around everybody and attacking everybody. So I'm definitely pulling for LA. But if Death Row comes out, don't know what to say about that after that.
You and your Death Row, but
they are.
I hope, I agree with you guys. I strongly want to lean on LA Knight taking a win, but I feel like some BS is going to happen, and Seth, escapes by the skin of his teeth with, oh God, I got to get used to be calling these guys B&B security. But Braun is going to play a role definitely in this. It's Braun. Come on now. You were just in LA or Cali.
LA
Bron.
night, he might eat a tsunami. So,
Might eat like 16 of them.
Definitely gotta have some super spheres. You gotta add those.
Lena, is your mic working? Are you good? Nope. Nope.
I call them the tan line, the beefy meats, not B2K.
B2.
Wait. What?
She says I call them tan line.
The beefy meats. B&B. B2K. Oh,
you
Lord.
what?
I got nothing. I'm not
I
touching
like B2K. I like that one.
Why the fuck would you do something like that?
Yeah, okay. Hey, what's so fake? What does B2K mean? All right, share with the class.
I think that's an ATD. I think that's an ATD after dark. After dark.
Oh
thing.
God, yeah. I remember what happened last week.
I had to
this
get the
guy
hell
off
out of
the
here.
rails. It was. I was gonna sneak in, and I was like, no.
Lena, do you got your mic up? Give me a mic check, please.
What would the K be?
Nope, still nothing. Can you guys hear?
Faith, message me the meaning to that because I got a few of them in my head that are not.
Oh wow.
Should not be said out loud.
Oh, there we go. I can hear you. Lena, is that you?
Okay, you can hear me now. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead. Give me your take on Seth and the LA Knight.
Beef to killers. Oh.
Well, it's very obvious he's gonna have help. Seth Rollins is obviously going to be the one to win, but I can see that this is going to lead to probably a tag team match down the road where we might maybe get, I don't know, Knight and Jay and Sammy. I don't know. Seth is building a lot of enemies, so I don't know how that's going to go, but I think if they end up adding someone else to their team, I think that we might just get that big tag team match in, I don't know, maybe a different pay-per-view or War Games. I don't know, but it's coming. But I think Seth might end up winning this.
I think you're right. I think, War Games is actually a great suggestion just because he's got so many ops at this point. CM Punk, Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, LA Knight. I think there's probably Gunther now.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I hate to say this, but I love saying this. Let me tell you something about Bill Goldberg.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
I ain't got no time for this.
Let me tell you something about Bill Goldberg.
And this is where the life insurance
I don't care.
Commercial starts.
Can we get their AAA? Do you have it?
I don't know.
I hope he has his life alert on that day.
It's gonna take this man about 20 minutes to get from backstage to the ring. It's gonna be a while.
And 1 minute to lose.
We gonna have all the sparklers for him.
Y'all better chill out because Final Boss Lady loves her some Bill Goldberg.
I know.
But let me tell you,
this is why we're making fun of him.
But let me tell you something about Bill Goldberg. Okay, everybody wants to talk about Bill Goldberg. Let me tell you something about Bill Goldberg. Okay,
tell us about Bill Goldberg.
He had trouble getting on the top rope. It's the second rope. I'm sorry. Him walking to the ring was probably the most exercise he's probably gotten in a long time. After that first spear, we're going to need medics to check on him, not Gunther, because we know that if he ain't concussed, if he ain't knocked the fuck out, if he ain't gasped, we know what's going down. Goldberg needs to have he needs to have football equipment on when he comes to the ring. If you're going to headbutt the door, don't use your actual fucking head. Have a football helmet on, headbutt that shit, take it off, come to the ring. Okay? You're going to be in Atlanta, Georgia. Nobody's going to mind if you show up there in Falcons gear. Nobody's going to mind. But let me tell you something about Bill.
CTE.
This match is not going to last 5 minutes.
No, 1 minute.
I said 4.
Having said that, I'm going to tell you who I think is going to win this match.
Oh, God.
He's going to say it, ain't you? You're going to fucking say it. No.
Let me tell you something about Seth freaking Rollins.
Oh, you think there's gonna be a cash in?
That's going to
I
be a
like
Dolph
that.
Ziggler running?
Ooh, I like this.
I like because I think Goldberg is going to either win or he's going to get choked out, and then Seth cashes in because of how fucked up Gunther was from those 3 minutes. But I think Seth is going to cash in. But it would suck because it's happening at Saturday night's main event, and I believe cash in should be saved for like big time matches. Not saying that this isn't, but by the time Goldberg gets to the ring and by the time he's done doing, Seth will be able to walk to his briefcase and literally like just basically crab walk, and he'll be out there. So with that being said, they're going to pick Goldberg's hometown. This is Goldberg's last match. I think Goldberg is going to win for his last match, and then Seth is going to come out there and fuck up his day because Braun Breaker is going to go out there. That's who Goldberg's last match should have been against, but
This is true.
Braun Breaker is going to go out there and show Goldberg what a real spear looks like.
Yeah.
He's going to destroy Goldberg's midsection with the spear. Bronson Reed is going to tsunami Goldberg into life alert. So his pacemaker is probably going to go off. And Seth is going to come out and cash in.
Not touching that.
So we're just going to witness a murder on
Pretty
Saturday.
much.
That's what okay, so you know.
Let me tell you something about Bill Goldberg. Bill Goldberg can get murdered as much as he wants, but he's durable, but his knees are not.
Shot.
Those knees need to be implanted with vibranium.
We all out.
Sorry. We all out.
Lena, all out.
Damn.
Lena, why don't you go ahead and tell us something about Bill Goldberg and Gunther? I hear her. I hear
a little bit.
A little bit. Fiend has returned. Hey, what up, Fiend?
What up, Fiend?
Hey, Fiend.
Can't hear you, Lena. While she's doing that, Kev, go ahead and give us your take on it.
Well, old man Goldberg is going to have 4 minutes of glory after 20 minutes of entrance time. I think we're going to see the final. If this is the last time we get to see Bill Goldberg, he will hold up big gold one more time. And I think your cash in run-in is bound to happen. Maybe to get a little spice for SummerSlam, it may happen. But yeah, I can definitely see Seth stomping Goldberg's head in the mat. And we have 2 new world champions. So in a matter of one night.
Well, yeah, and I apologize. Is it Samuel? Ariel? If I'm saying that correctly. Welcome to the show. Ariel says that it's not happening if Seth tries to cash in and a certain someone, that being Pepsi Phil or CM Punk, shows up, because honestly, I think Seth will try to cash in and Punk may come and fuck it up, but then that means Goldberg is walking out champion,
and that will terrify everybody. Well,
not
everybody.
So then at that, if he stays champion, right? Do we get him at SummerSlam, but with who?
Nah.
Or does it go that far?
I don't think it goes that far. I think maybe he'll probably drop the title the following night on Raw.
Okay, that makes sense.
But then that would make Gunther look so freaking weak because
you lost at WrestleMania to a chokehold, and then you lose to an old.
He's gonna eat a spear. He definitely is gonna eat a spear.
Yeah, he has no choice. A spear is imminent, but Goldberg is getting either power bombed or choked out. This match is so unique to me because everything can go wrong in less than 3 minutes, in less than 2 minutes.
Because then he have a match with your boy back in the day. Well, not back in the day. And
it felt
Goldberg
like
don't remember. Goldberg don't remember the match. Everybody else does.
Just because I'm sorry. Ariel says just because he's always got his not nice dog to go for chaos just before Seth comes in, even if that failed, remember there's always a plan B.
There's always
Well,
a plan B.
okay, yeah, there's always a plan B. Let me see. All right, Lena, I'll remove this one. Lena, are you there? I think I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Give us your take on this match.
Well, the only way Goldberg is leaving the ring is with his chest all red.
Yeah, like ground beef.
Basically. I don't see Gunter losing, and I think people are gonna make it hard for Seth to cash in. It's gonna take a while for him to actually cash in because he made a lot of enemies. So I don't think I think Gunter just walks out with the championship.
Okay. All right, Leslie, keep us updated. I want to know how Monty's doing.
Hope
Oh,
she's feeling better.
Right.
hope she's feeling better. Unless she's
well
referring
soon.
to, get well soon, Monty. I love you. Okay, that's a great take. Let's actually pivot from that, and instead of going to Evolution, let's just cover this real quick. Let's talk a little bit about AEW All In Texas, also this week. And we got some matches. I highlighted the matches that we're going to talk about a little bit. And we're going to start with the gauntlet, the men's Texas Casino Gauntlet match. I'm not really sure who's going to win that because I know MJF is like one before. We can hear you, Lena. We can hear you. We can
still
hear you. We still hear you.
Because
MJF is like one. All right, we'll mute her real quick. Yeah, Lena, we can hear you. We can definitely.
Okay.
We still hear you. So yeah, with the men's Texas Casino Gauntlet, I'm not really sure. I don't really know who I think is going to win that. Just like the women's, I would like Megan Bain to win if it was a possibility. I know Jay White is out, and that would have been my pick if he was in it. But I really don't know for the men's. For the women's, if Megan Bain is in it, I'd like her to win it, but I don't think she's in it. I really don't know. Hold on, I hear an echo. Other than that, does anybody want to weigh in on the AEW Women's World Championship match between Toni Storm and Mercedes Moné? Does anybody want to weigh in on that?
It's gonna be a really good match. I don't watch AEW like that. I have been following them and their promos. The way everything from what I've seen, I feel like they're gonna give it to Monet. But if they do give it to Toni or she wins, I'm gonna be shocked.
If they give that shit to Toni Storm instead of Mercedes Moné with the run that she's been on, then it's completely obvious that
the game's gone.
The game's gone.
The game's gone.
The game's gone.
Game's gone. Where is it?
Where is it?
It's gone. Game's gone.
Game's gone.
the game's gone.
Game's gone.
Game's gone.
I mean, right now Mercedes is full on Thanos mode.
Yeah.
Like she's collecting all the Infinity Stones. But go ahead.
We got belt collector Monet.
How many she got?
Like what, 7 or 8?
Damn, she got 8.
8, 10? I've lost count.
6.
She's like 6? Okay.
It's 6?
Okay.
Is it 6? Okay, we're gonna go with 6.
Dalton.
Wait, Dalton's here? Dalton's here? Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely. What's up, Dalton?
Go.
Mercedes got as many belts as Nick Cannon got kids.
That's a lot.
She's almost there. Nick Cannon got way more than that.
That's a lot.
Okay, well, I don't know. Like 50 years from now, our ancestry is going to trace back to either Nick Cannon, Antonio Cromartie, or Rikishi. So
that is a fact.
Kiki Wyatt, stop! Yeah, I ain't forgot. But yes, Mercedes Moné must, and I mean must, win the world championship. Quit playing.
find it very ironic that Tony and Mercedes are kind of beefing in the media last couple of days.
Oh boy, here we go.
What you got to say about it, Lena?
Oh man. Well, I'm not saying that Mercedes doesn't deserve to win the AEW championship, but I was hoping that she would drop her titles before she wins this one. She doesn't need any more championships.
No more championships.
I mean, again, she's Thanos right now. Like,
well, the game's gone. Okay,
I don't think she needs anymore.
Where's she gonna put this
And honestly, I'm
belt,
not hating
man?
on her. She's a good wrestler, but
I mean, at this point, she's going to have to she's going to have to
I hope
tattoo
Tony
him on there.
retains, honestly.
Kev, did you give your take on it?
Yeah, I said Mercedes
Honestly,
must win.
like how do you hold
Otherwise,
all
we
these
riot.
titles?
Well,
So
she could put one on her neck. Wait, that would probably be too many. Yeah.
So I got Mercedes winning. I got
her
the Hurt Syndicate winning.
Yeah.
I got Adam Cole winning. Hangman Adam Page must win. And in between Omega and Okada, I really don't care who wins because I've been waiting on that match for a long time again. So that's the main match that I'm looking for besides Mercedes and Tony. But I think match of the night is probably going to be between either Okada and Omega or Tony and Mercedes, just because the women have just been fucking killing it.
And Dallas, wouldn't this meeting be the third meeting between the two guys? The third one?
Fifth or sixth, I think, because they had 4 matches in New Japan, and so I think this is I want to say this is the 5th one. I want to say it's the 5th, but somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
I would really like for their match to be really good, Mercedes and Tony, just because of the way their promos have been going, the way they've been building this up. I feel like if the match is underwhelming, then everyone's going to be disappointed. So they definitely need to live up to their promo hype. Definitely.
Mariah May and Tony Storm delivered. You know what I'm saying? Mercedes delivered with Queen Aminata, with Athena, not with fucking Britt Baker. Speaking of which, I don't know what the hell is going on where. I want her as far away from WWE as possible.
Do not sign her. Let her.
I'm not trying to get in her pocket, but if she's going to go anywhere, TNA, she'll be a better fit for TNA than she will for WWE, because that attitude problem that she had, that shit is not going to work in WWE. They will boot your ass out the moment you try something.
If she goes to TNA, she technically will be working for WWE, because then she's going to cross over to NXT.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels.
Fine. She could be like that small, that window, but not a full-on WWE superstar.
Yeah, we're going to give you the pass. You can come to the Performance Center, but that's about it.
Yeah,
you can't
Shawn
come
Michaels
to the cookout for it. No.
Shawn Michaels like, I don't want nobody coming in this bitch acting worse than I used to. I know how I used to be.
That man used to act wild.
That man was a damn fool, and he will tell you.
Yes.
But other than that, speaking of which, like we've got
Faith, her and Tessa can stay away.
Yeah, don't even get me started on. Let me tell you.
Voldemort.
Did me and Faith just open a Pandora's box?
Voldemort. You don't say that name that begins with a T in this household.
Oh, okay. Voldemort.
There we go.
We got a few Voldemorts on this show.
We do.
That shit is crazy. I really don't like that.
We got a few Voldemorts on this show.
We do.
I don't like her. I don't like the way. I even told you
the way she talks.
I even told JT. I was like, listen. I don't like the way. If it came down to me having an interviewer, then yeah, maybe. I don't know, man.
That would be very interesting. I would be very intrigued to watch that.
Without, it coming to, profanity.
Right?
let's move on. Let's move on from All In, man. I'm not. I'm not fucking.
Shout out to All In Texas, man. Shout out to Tony Khan.
Let's
Hopefully he got a good card.
let's talk about Evolution. So Evolution obviously is going to follow Sunday after Saturday night's main event and All In Texas, and we're here to talk about Evolution. Let's just keep it real. The bill didn't mean shit to Evolution until this week, and it took NXT to do that for that to happen.
That's wild.
Which I said NXT is the number one women's division out there right now. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. So we're going to start with some matches. And Lena, is your mic good to go?
I think so.
Okay, good. So I am
It's
actually going to have
mute.
I can hear you.
Okay.
We can hear. I'm actually going to have you start. I'm going to have you start. And what better way to start than with women's triple threat? I know how you feel about Becky Lynch, so I'm gonna just kick back and I'm gonna just let you take it from here.
Yeah, I'm muting.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. The way I see it, this is Becky Lynch's second defense. I don't see Becky losing here. The way I see it, Becky's gonna retain, and Lyra and Bailey's rivalry is gonna continue. It does not need a championship right now. The way I see it, who's gonna take the title from Becky? You know how they did on SmackDown, how they started Julia with the United States Championship to build her momentum. So the way I see it, I think Stephanie will end up having the IC title, and just to start with Raw to see how she builds her momentum with the fans and everything, and before she goes into the big championship. So I see Becky retaining here. She's not losing.
Well, I expected nothing less from the number one Becky Lynch fan. I'm glad we don't have my boy Marty McFly on here.
Oh, I would love that.
No.
Shout out to Marty.
Yeah, shout out Marty.
He was OD with the Becky Lynch disrespect. I personally I think this is the best chance for the company to put the title on Bailey, because I'm not saying that she's not ready, but it'll be hard for me to believe Lyra gets the dub in this. I just feel like, where do we go from here after Lyra wins?
Yeah.
Who is she going to feud with? Because there's nobody on the roster right now, because everybody's always involved in something. And I think since Stephanie went back to NXT, unless they have Lyra lose it to Stephanie Vakir, which, as Lena said, that would be very welcomed. But I'm telling you, if they put Lyra in there, if Lyra wins and they put her in there with Stephanie Vakir, nobody is cheering for Lyra.
No.
It's over. She's gonna she's gonna get steamrolled because Stephanie is so fucking over. It's criminal how over Stephanie is. Not just for the one move, but it's like now we have so many different ways we can go with this. So I personally think that as adding some authenticity to her legacy, I think Bailey's the only one who hasn't held that belt yet. So I think this would be the perfect time to put it on Bailey, because Bailey versus Stephanie Vakir.
Oof.
No, you did so good. Dang. Dang.
God. Oof.
You got it.
Maybe at SummerSlam she will win it or something.
You feeling ashy?
Yeah.
Oof.
You got this. You got this. Come on.
Stephanie Vakir versus Bailey.
I was.
Next person. Just Kev. Somebody.
I see Becky Lynch retaining, but it would not be a bad thing if Bailey were to win. I would not, knock it. If Lyra were to, all right, she's already beefing with the only two people she can beef with, so it wouldn't go anywhere. Shout out Angel, what up, girl?
Miss you.
Yeah, yeah. I just see Becky retaining, and probably to build it up a little bit more, so we can get Stephanie up in there and take that belt off her hands.
Look, I'm all for Stephanie getting a belt, right? But right now they've been teasing it that she's gonna go after Io. She wants that Women's World Championship belt, not the IC belt. And I feel like Bailey is taking the belt away from Becky. I think that she'll elevate it even more than what Becky is doing it. Her and Bailey and Lyra right now are doing some good promo work, and their feud is doing good right now. And I think that's building more for Lyra, because Lyra was really irrelevant before all of this. So I really am going, but if they're gonna bring Stephanie into the IC, you know what I mean, to give her the belt, I would definitely have Bailey win it, and then have her feud with Stephanie all day.
And like I said, I need Bailey to win it because that would be one hell of an achievement.
You're having fun with this.
That'd be one hell of an achievement. Bing! If it did happen, you know what I'm saying? But I personally have Bailey winning. I know you guys have differently, but if Bailey wins,
no, Bailey all day.
Oh yeah, yeah. You always gonna go with the Latina. We already know. So getting back to Stephanie Vakir versus Bailey for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. If when she hits that devil's kiss on Bailey,
What? Okay.
That might be the end of the show.
Oh.
That's gonna be the end of me. That's gonna be the end of me.
This is gonna be Dallas and his TV.
Lord.
Don't let your Gooner thoughts win.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be cooked. Like if they do that,
She did it to Rhea.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was cooked.
And I saw that live and I enjoyed it very much. And on that ladder,
if she does, listen, I'm telling you right now, I need Stephanie Vakir to hit the devil's kiss on Bianca Belair. I need to see something.
Now, you know, they like to do each other's moves, because if Stephanie hits a devil's kiss on Bailey, but Bailey somehow flips it and does the devil's kiss on Stephanie, I think we're all gonna die.
All right, I need some more. Hey, call P. Diddy. I need some Baby L stats. You know he got a couple of cases. He can't afford to give me one. I just need one.
They gonna have to pass that out.
I need Stephanie Vakir by some way, shape, or form to hit the devil's kiss on Nikita Lyons too.
Oh,
exactly.
We just giving out, Johnson & Johnson like stimulus checks. All right.
AKA MAGA the Stallion.
Oh yeah.
I'm not going there, man.
I need a reverse devil's kiss though from Stephanie. We'll just put it like that.
Speaking of Stephanie, we have the Evolution Battle Royal. Now I know that there's 6 women from NXT who are going to be in it. But I think Stephanie Vakir or Lash Legend is going to be the winner of this match. I think the final 4 will come down to, I'd say probably Nikki.
I kind of want them to give it to Jada.
I was thinking Jada too.
Yeah,
she's a dark horse for me.
I feel like if they don't give it to Stephanie, which I don't feel like they should, but I would really like Jada to win.
So the person who wins gets.
Yeah, I think Stephanie.
I say Stephanie because the main roster is already familiar with her.
It's in her hometown.
This is true.
Yeah.
So my pick is Stephanie. Who do you guys have? Lena, I know you said Stephanie. Who do you guys have? Jada?
I kind of wanted to see Jada win. I want to see them give her the push that she deserves. I really do.
Should have took the title off Roxanne Perez. She was right there. Anyway, that's not.
That's no near or there, but agreed.
I kind of like Lash Legend.
I
I'll
think
say
Jada's
that.
gonna take the title of Jordan Grace.
That would be nice.
That
That
would-
would be nice.
Mm.
It's in her
But-
hometown, so I'm debating between Stephanie or Lash.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Jada's gonna take the title of Jordan Grace before then she goes up to the main roster. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm thinking that's a great analogy. My only thing is that they said that whoever wins this battle royal gets a women's championship opportunity in France. So unless NXT is going to France, which
Yeah.
they're no stranger to that.
That's
What
possibility.
and Stephanie wasn't on the poster, so I don't know if
Yeah.
she got hurt or whatever. But she did show up at NXT last night, so there's that.
Mhm.
So that's out of the way. Those are our picks.
I think she'll win.
This is an interesting match that I didn't see coming, but I want to talk a little bit about it. So we have Charlotte and Alexa, the Kabuki Warriors, Zaruka against Raquel and Roxanne. I'm gonna just call them Roxanne.
No. They're the Tejanas. Don't do that. They are both from
Look at
Texas.
you getting
They are
checked.
the Tejanas.
Woo!
And Lena herself gave Miss Charlotte Flair and Alexa a name, and they're Twisted Royalty.
Twisted Royalty. All right, I like
Twisted
that. I actually
Royalty.
like that. I like that.
Ooh,
I like
that's
that.
nice.
Twisted
I
Royalty.
like that.
I gave them that name. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that, Lena. I like that.
Yeah. I said
So is that-
Twisted Royalty last time.
Is that who you have winning?
Actually, I don't. I mean, Roxanne just got to be a champion with the Raquel, so honestly, I just don't see them losing right here. But that might open the door to the Kabuki Warriors to go after them, maybe at SummerSlam or another pay per view. But I think I see Raquel and Roxanne retaining here.
Mm-hmm.
Just
I'ma
to
just
continue, like all the Judgment Days having the gold. I don't know if they're gonna lose.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, they're gonna beat all these three makeshift teams. I'm just kidding, but yeah, I see them.
I
I
mean-
see Judgment Day retaining.
I don't think they're going to take the belts off of them just soon because they're trying to do this build with Raquel and Roxanne.
Yeah.
And again, it's the same thing they did with the big three, Naomi,
Mhm.
Jade, and Bianca. So they're doing this. Liv is
Exactly.
hurt.
Yeah.
Roxanne and Raquel are, getting close kind of thing. So,
And Roxanne is due
Yeah.
for a win anyway.
Yeah,
Mhm.
get a kid a win, man.
love her.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, she lost on Monday, but
Mhm.
I want them to retain. Honestly, like I do like Roxanne and Raquel together, but I'm also hoping like for a Raquel single push, like when she was in NXT. Honestly, she is really good, and I think she deserves a single push, and she needs to win that single championship and not always be in the tag division. But I think I see that happening when they lose the championship, the tag titles. And I think Raquel will go on her own. And somehow I see Roxanne winning the IC title down the line. But Raquel deserves a push. And I'm waiting for that.
I agree. And I think they're starting to give her more of a character. I know Main Event Mamas were talking about this in one of their episodes where they're slowly developing her back again.
Yep.
Like she's coming back. But I honestly, I'm okay with Twisted Royalty in it, but I feel like it should have been Michin and BFAB representing SmackDown.
Yeah, they were building chemistry for like what?
Well, they-
a month
And
or
they-
so?
Honestly. Yeah.
And they've been
Oh, yeah.
teasing them about going after these tag titles, so why not give them that chance?
Mhm.
Question: with WWE dropping AJ Lee
I think
stories
they'll
and
get that
matches on their
chance.
YouTube, do we see AJ make a surprise appearance and possibly Paige? Paige would be Paige. I'll say yes because she already kind of hinted at it.
Mhm.
AJ Lee, that's a definite no, but it would break the fucking internet. I
Yeah,
think
I
if
don't
you're
know if I see her coming back.
Yeah, everybody is yelling and screaming on all platforms. Just saying. If AJ comes out. We're
I mean, if
all-
Nikki's gonna be there, if Nikki's gonna be there, and if Paige shows up, AJ Lee has to fucking be there. And if she can't be there, this is what's messed up. If she can't, oh, that's right.
What?
Ain't SummerSlam in New Jersey?
It really is.
Who's from New Jersey?
Yeah.
AJ Lee herself.
Liv.
Liv and AJ are both from New Jersey.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
I think we might be getting a little bit of an appearance.
They just like to play with our emotions.
All right, she's just showing you. That's all.
Like,
I'm telling you right now, if you want evolution,
Maybe just an appearance. Yeah.
Just even that, if you want Evolution 2 to mean something, the main return that would break the internet is AJ Lee. If they would have did it at the Royal Rumble, she would have got a louder pop than Alexa Bliss did.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Alexa Bliss got the loudest pop at the Royal Rumble next to Joe Hendry. Okay.
And Nikki's was mid. Yeah. So I mean mid.
Dude, I'm telling you, when people here light it up, men are good. I won't say men are going to cry, but men are going to.
It's going to explode.
Every
woman will explode.
They gonna start.
Every woman who grew up on AJ Lee, every woman who watched AJ Lee or admired AJ Lee, even some of the women in the ring, they're going to start shedding tears. I'm telling you, my ideal Rumble, if they would have had it, would have been Trish Stratus, AJ Lee, Nikki Bella, and Paige as the final four in the Royal Rumble. That would have encapsulated every single freaking era that you could have possibly encapsulated at that time, with Trish covering from at the core of the Attitude Era all the way through the Ruthless and the PG era.
I
Paige,
wouldn't have mind
Nikki,
seeing Victoria too, and especially because at that time she
signed a legend contract.
But didn't get us. Didn't get the invite.
But we got her before. It was just and I you know what? I'll even say take Paige out and add Mickie James or something like that.
Yes, I would have loved that.
Somebody, yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah.
But I going back to the tag team, I actually am going to pick Zaruka to win. I feel like a shock
upset.
I need Evolution. Every pay-per-view needs to have at least one shocking upset, and I think if you want to create anything and make new stars, Zaruka should win it. That's my.
She is the star of the future.
Yeah, babe, if you're watching this, figure out what you want to eat.
If Solo loses.
All I know,
Zaruka's in 2 matches, so we'll see.
She
loses.
I just need to see I can't even talk. A soul snatcher.
You're gonna see a double one.
Oh my god, it's so beautiful.
Man, I love soul snatcher.
That's the best finisher.
It's Twisted Royalty catching that soul snatcher. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's I think Bliss and Charlotte are both going to eat a soul snatcher.
We'll see if she wins.
I agree.
So I don't think that AEW is going to get buried simply because with Saturday night's main event, there's not a lot of meat on the bone. With Evolution, you also have it across the street from a Beyonce concert.
Yeah.
And another thing with that is, another thing with that is that if you look at the card from top to bottom, it's not really filled. It was kind of thrown together at the last minute. Speaking of which, when we talk about something that was kind of thrown together at the last minute, hit no further than Jordan Grace versus JC Jane for the NXT Women's Championship. Now, this is very interesting because I don't see JC Jane winning this at all. I don't know what Fallon Henley did backstage. I don't know if she was punished.
I still don't think she should have won in the first place.
Yeah, but then that would mean Stephanie would be taking a loss to Jordan Grace on a PLE like that.
Not going to do that.
They weren't going to do that. They weren't going to. They're protected, Stephanie. You could tell.
No. And I agree on that part. I'm just saying, for me personally, I don't feel like she should have won the title in the first place.
No.
But I see where you guys are coming from. But Jordan is definitely not leaving Evolution without a title.
No, Jordan's winning that shit.
Yeah, you gotta. All right, we gotta have a win that people gotta get comfortable.
Jordan
with.
is becoming
You gotta
double
get it
champ.
over. Yeah.
Oh.
Jordan is becoming double champ. She's gonna go and beat Misha, and she's gonna be on both shows. And I think I don't know who will take the championship from her, the NXT championship, but yeah, I don't see Jordan Grace. I mean, I don't see JC winning here. Jordan definitely beating JC. And I think they said they're going to unify the titles at Slammiversary. So I think Jordan's going to become double champ.
Okay.
Is it
Hey, Greg.
winner takes
What
all?
up, Greg?
Her and Misha. So
It's Lena's Terror Twin.
my
Speaking
third
of-
one. He's my tag partner.
Look at that, man. We always got tag team partners on here. You know who once was tag team partners but aren't anymore?
Yep.
Jade Cargill and Naomi.
Ooh.
Oh boy,
I
that might be match of the night.
I
right
missed the
there.
big three.
I ain't
This
gonna lie, man.
is gonna eat.
Yeah.
And I hope, okay,
know.
I hope that they do so much better than they did at WrestleMania. I feel like they're gonna be so much more, and they just didn't let them cook.
Oh yeah, yeah. That
So
was a
I really
taste.
hope that this match is over the top, like everything.
Yeah.
I got Naomi. I think Naomi.
She has to.
She has to
I don't
win.
think Jay doesn't need to do another. She doesn't need to win again.
Yeah, that
Not
doesn't. It doesn't.
WrestleMania.
You already got the queen. You already got already won Queen of the Ring. You already got your
Mhm.
title opportunity coming up. Naomi needs to
Exactly.
establish not dominance,
A
but
champion.
make a statement. Yeah, make a statement.
Yeah,
Yeah, she got to look
Yeah.
dangerous. Like
gotta look
exactly.
can't be
Caution.
saying
Hello?
caution all the time and not be
Exactly.
And
dangerous. Come
lose
on.
Yeah.
and lose.
You don't build up a heat. She's the best
Exactly.
heel.
You keep making
heel.
her lose, then it just
Got this man keeping caution tape
Exactly.
up in there.
Exactly.
Yep.
Speaking of, all I'm gonna say is Money in the Bank briefcases this year
Yeah.
are
Have been A
Yeah.
plus.
Mhm.
Seth and Naomi's cases are
yeah,
both.
Shout out
Fire.
for the graphics.
yeah.
I'd say Naomi has the better case, but Seth has the better color.
Naomi needs to
This
win.
is true.
Yeah.
This is true.
I got Naomi. Who y'all got?
Taking Naomi.
I want Naomi to win. I don't feel like Jay does. Not
I got
that she
Naomi.
doesn't deserve a win, but she don't need the win.
Yeah.
She don't.
We got to
need
keep
win.
the trilogy
Yeah,
going. So
exactly.
all right. So you got to give this one.
Now-
Second one got to go to Naomi.
Yeah.
Now, my question to you guys:
Exactly.
Do you guys think Bianca comes out?
That's a good question.
That's a good question. I would say yes.
If she's
Because-
cleared for any activity, I
yeah.
don't know.
Only because I think she's going to be they're going to do that match first so that all three of them could go across the street to the Beyonce concert.
So get that in. Be the excuse. He was like, "Hi, I'm here," but we going.
Oh God.
we across the street.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we out.
God.
I mean, the Beehive is strong, so
Can you imagine if like Beyonce like made an appearance at
Naomi
SummerSlam?
needs to win this match.
with Cardi B, oh man,
Oh wow.
oh,
What's the point of Naomi turning heel? Yeah.
Yeah, Naomi.
Yes,
There's no point in Naomi turning heel if this is what you're going to do to her. Absolutely, Lena. I think you're spot on. One thing that we're
Yeah,
not
if they're
spot
gonna keep
on
making
about.
her lose, then what's the point?
Mm-hmm.
One thing we're not spot on about is the fact that, yeah, exactly.
That's happening.
WrestleFaith. I've been asking for that since the Royal Rumble. I am not invested in this match at all. I think this next match was thrown together. I think this match could have been booked a lot better, and I'm not excited for this, and I'm just gonna be completely honest.
Oh my God.
I'm not feeling this match.
Oh, that's the bathroom break. I'm sorry, y'all. You get one.
I
It's
feel like
one every
Trish,
season.
you're wasting a Trish Stratus appearance on Tiffany Stratton. I don't care if they have this.
This is the second time they've done this. They did it with her in Ontario when they made them tag partners.
Which was pointless.
Underwhelming. And now they're just throwing it there to fill a match. They have plenty of other talent to do that.
So you couldn't get Victoria?
Like, we
You
didn't
couldn't
need
get
to
Beth
see
Phoenix? Well, no.
We didn't need to see Barbie and Barbie again.
I don't want to see this match. I'm actually not going to watch it. I don't care how good it is.
And I love Trish Stratus. Oh, I was about to say Tiffany. Oh, hell no.
No, the fuck you
love Tiffany.
Oh!
What freaking timeline?
Saying shit like that gets you thrown off the show. No, I'm just kidding.
Don't throw me out. What the hell? Lapse of judgment.
Pass the lotion. Get nasty up in here.
Trish Stratus. That's my girl.
Like,
look, even my dogs are like, shut the hell up, Vanessa.
Like, Vanessa then called the wrath of all the gods that have been striking down this podcast for the last month. But all right. I don't care. Let's just skip past Tiffany.
I hope it ends in a DQ. I hope it ends in a DQ. Matter of fact, the only thing that would save this if Naomi decided to cash in and save us.
Save us all.
But we know she's going to be at the Beyonce concert, and they trying to make Tiffany Stratton happen because y'all. Hey, Leanna, good to see my daughter on the show. One love. Y'all tried to make Tiffany Stratton happen. Y'all made it happen. Y'all asked for it. So WWE's giving it to you guys. So
no.
Yeah.
I've been saying that her time needs to be up. Someone needs to take that damn belt off of her. She's had it way too long. Way too long.
I'm going to just say this. Tiffany Stratton.
She'll lose it.
Tiffany,
she'll lose it at SummerSlam.
Once she loses that championship, it's over. It's over.
What would be her next feud after that?
You're done. Nobody's gonna care. You're done. You've done too much damage, and now you're facing backlash because of what Charlotte Flair said and what you said about.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, that article was crazy.
And I said on the show, I'm like, well, I don't know how Charlotte feels about it, but it was a savage line. But now that we know like how Charlotte feels and people are turning on Tiffany Stratton, I'm telling you, once the crowd turns on you and it becomes a popular thing, you're done. The only way you can survive from that is if you're Bianca Belair, Jade, Naomi, Bailey, Nikki Bella even survived it. But I just don't see like she's hit her peak. This is her prime. Once that title comes off her, nobody's gonna care what she does or where she goes. It's over.
And it's unfortunate because she is a really good wrestler. But what has she done since WrestleMania?
That reign has been boring as hell. I don't know. Like, what's her big wins, her big defenses? We don't remember her. I know it happened. I just don't remember. It's not.
But this is my exact sentiment towards Lyra. This is how I was feeling towards when she was champ until Becky came in. So you know what I mean? like
I mean,
it's over. Time is up.
I mean, right now we're looking at Tiffany as a transitional champion because we see other women on the rise. Like, I'm just gonna say, yeah, the having Tiffany cash in on Nia was the right thing.
Yeah.
But now it feels like Nia would have done better as champion because she would have been more believable. All we see is a Barbie with a belt.
And nothing much.
Say that shit louder.
When Nia Jax was champion, she moved, talked, wrestled, reacted, and acted like a champion. Meaning, if she got in the ring, you were getting fucked up.
Yep.
With Tiffany, it's like, I want to care because she's young talent. but I don't care. I feel terrible for saying that, but the way that they've written her character,
Mhm.
it's hard for me to care.
She was
Now,
better at chasing the title than she is
Than
at
being
holding the title.
Yep.
hence why I said some people are better as chasers than they are
Mhm.
champions. Tiffany is better as a chaser. We want to see her almost get it. That no, not
Like,
that,
darn it.
not there quite yet to keep it. But then when you finally get it, it's like, yeah, oh shit, what are you gonna do?
Wow.
I agree with Faith. And they're
What is
both
she?
blonde. She said Tiff is the female Cody.
I that's a little bit of a stretch. That's a little bit of a stretch.
Cody was putting out
And I see,
bangers.
no, but I see what she's saying because I feel the same way. He was better at
Okay.
chasing the belt than he was holding it.
Right.
Oh, okay.
In
Once
that-
you finished the
In
story,
that sense,
you kind
in
of
that
was
sense,
like,
yeah.
what? Okay. I got you.
I look at Trish Stratus.
You mean we
as-
got Ken and Barbie?
Yeah,
Exactly.
I look at Trish Stratus
We got
as
Ken
they
and
just
Barbie.
they look at it as like, okay, Trish is the measuring stick. If you beat her, you're official. Well,
Mm-hmm.
Tiffany has beaten Charlotte and Trish. Well, she'll beat Trish. You know she's retaining, but nobody's gonna care.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
It's you know what it's also like. Watch this. Watch this. This is a great analogy. Tiffany Stratton is an earlier version of Karrion Kross with a belt because we didn't care about Karrion Kross until they let him loose for us to care and how they wrote his character, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now that Tiffany has this belt, nobody cares. But if they let Tiffany loose and be who she really is, people will care.
Yeah.
Cross
Mm-hmm.
has become so over without a belt that he doesn't even need it to validate him. All he needs is to do big wins. But when Cross was first coming out and he was like, oh, Cross has beat 10 world champions, nobody cared about that.
Yeah.
They didn't care about who you beat. All they care about is how you get people to care and get people to feel. Well, now we're in the we are all wrestling as a feeling business. We've always been in the feeling business. Now
Mm-hmm.
that Cross is getting people like me who didn't, and I'm a huge fan now because now I see it.
Mm-hmm.
It was a slow burn for him. I don't see that same thing with Tiffany Stratton because I feel like everything that she had to offer, we saw last year.
Yep.
With Karrion Kross, he has so much more to offer. We haven't even gotten to the peak. I want Karrion Kross versus CM Punk
Ooh.
because Karrion Kross is
That sounds good.
2011 Punk all over again.
Yeah.
That's your summer of Punk right there.
Yeah.
Mm. I'm kind of digging his feud with Sammy right now, though. Not even gonna lie. I'm not
But
even gonna lie.
But he needs a big win. I think Cross is due for a big win at SummerSlam. SummerSlam is 2 nights. There's no reason why Karrion Kross should not A, be on the SummerSlam card and B, win at SummerSlam.
That part.
With Tiffany Stratton, though, they have the opportunity. She's not good as a face. I don't believe you as a face. Because of the controversy that you've had and the things that you've done.
Nah.
But it's not even that. It's more of her presence and her attitude. It's kind of like how I feel about Rhea Ripley. I feel like Rhea Ripley is automatically and will always be a heel because of the way she presents herself, the way she moves and everything like that. She's a heel and not a good baby face. And I feel like Tiffany Stratton is the same way.
So then, with that being said, moving on to Rhea Ripley, who do you have winning between Io Sky and Rhea Ripley? Because I've heard that they call Io Sky Agent 007.
Ooh.
Zero appearances since WrestleMania.
Crazy.
0 matches, 7 matches against Rhea Ripley.
Wow.
Mission Impossible.
Uh,
So okay, so
0
it's not
title
even-
defenses against
Yes.
anybody else. 7
So
against.
7
in-
against Rhea.
instead of that, let's just put it like
Insane.
this. So
7
Rhea
matches.
has not been able to beat her, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, we're,
So the
oh my
question,
God.
the question would be:
What?
are they gonna have her streak continue, or are they gonna finally give Rhea Ripley a win over Io Sky? I feel like that's the real question.
Oh shit! What if Naomi cashes in on at the end of that match instead, and because
It steals the
But
world
then that she
title?
would go on Raw.
Or
yeah.
she'd just be on Netflix.
Okay, there, you
Ah.
could do that, or
Wow.
Naomi could cash
I've
in.
been thinking about that too.
You know what I
It'd
mean?
be
Yeah.
interesting though.
What do you
Because-
think about that? Because I think whoever the next opponent is, which I feel again is going to be Stephanie, I think either match would be fire, but I personally feel like it should be Io.
Yeah. From what I heard, Netflix wants the Bloodline story on Raw, and when the draft happens, Jimmy is moving to Raw, and they keep couples together. So Naomi's going to Raw. That's what I'm thinking.
So
Might be
Dallas
onto
is
Said a long
theory.
time ago. They want to continue the rivalry on Raw, so
I like it.
that's where the Usos reunite. So Jimmy's moving to Raw, so Naomi will follow him. So I'm thinking maybe what Dallas is hinting into, maybe she'll, I don't know, go after Rhea Ripley and Io. Ripley wants to win so bad, and she wants to finally prove to herself that she can beat Io, but then boom.
And you don't need a title to do that.
But we'll see what
do
happens.
not.
I don't know. Maybe.
No, but she's so over that she don't. And I feel like her fans really are pushing that she needs the gold. And of course, everybody wants a title, but she don't need a title to be over. She's already over.
And you don't need that. All right, you really don't. She doesn't.
You don't need it. You don't need it at all. But the thing I was thinking was if Naomi cashes in on Tiffany, it would end
I get that. I'm saying, I mean, yeah, Rhea Ripley's already over.
If Naomi catches, go ahead. Go ahead, Lena.
No, I was just gonna say, I know a lot of people say that Rhea doesn't need the title. I'm not disagreeing with you guys like 100%, but to Rhea, this is more than a victory. This is finally for her to prove I can beat Io. She had this like Io behind her since NXT, and she's like, this is like waiting for a page to finish. You know, when you start the book and she's like, I accomplished everything and I still have one final chapter to finish. So this is more than just a goal to Rhea. This is to prove like, I can finally beat Io. I can put it behind me. So from what I've been seeing, they have Rhea Ripley favorite to win actually, according to the odds, but I'm not saying like they could be 100%. But what I'm saying is that, yeah, it's not always about gold. This is about just closing that chapter, the story that she started, and she hasn't been able to beat Io. She lost to her 3 times, and I think this is finally where Rhea honestly wins because Crown Jewel is in her hometown, and it's on her birthday. They want her to be a champ. So I think I see Rhea Ripley finally beating Io, closing that chapter. But maybe Stephanie will take it from her.
It's always a possibility.
Stephanie versus Rhea. That would be a cool match too.
Yes, I think whoever wins, as long as Stephanie is the opponent, the matches are going to be fire for either side, for either person. I just don't.
Mm-hmm. Oh, of course, yeah.
I guess at this point it's kind of like I don't care who wins because nothing's happening with the title anymore. Like Dalla was saying earlier, 0 matches, 0, anything. All she's been doing is coming out and doing this. Like,
I want you to challenge me, Rhea. Yeah, that's about it.
And then with Rhea Ripley, it was the same way when she was champion. She barely had any defenses. And I get that's more booking, but it just makes it more boring to continue giving her the title.
My thing is that it's
I
hard to
think she
care
was a
about
heel
these.
back then.
It's hard to care about these titles because we're getting a match that we've seen over and over and a match that nobody asked for.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
How am I supposed to what is the reason I'm supposed to want to watch Tiffany Stratton and Trish Stratus? If Naomi's not cashing in, I'm not watching it. If same with Io and Rhea, if Naomi is the only benefactor that's gonna keep me invested. And I think that's why they have it booked that way, because you think something's gonna happen? No, that's not. Because if Stephanie and Rhea is lined up for SummerSlam, right? If that's the way that they're gonna do it, fine.
Mm-hmm.
If Naomi wins from Tiffany, that means that unless she stays drafted on SmackDown and Jade is there, Jade has to challenge either Jade is going to go after whoever the brand champ is, which is Naomi.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're getting that trilogy at SummerSlam, unless Bianca Belair decides I'm going to pull a Rhea Ripley and I'm going to call my undeserved title shot that I didn't fucking earn.
Mm-hmm.
Like Rhea's been doing the entire time.
Say that shit.
Yeah, like I'm not. There were plenty of women on the roster who could have wrestled Io, and I'm going to tell you right now, Asuka could have been that person.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Asuka could have been that person.
Thank you.
You're right.
And she could have beaten Jade at Queen of the Ring, and then went on to challenge Io, because that's the match everybody wants.
Mm-hmm.
And if Io wins, then we need to get a number one contenders match. And Asuka needs to win that, and we get Asuka and Io at SummerSlam. That's what people want. We don't want to see Rhea as champion, because then who's going to dethrone her? Can't be Roxanne Perez.
Nope.
Can't be Liv Morgan. We've seen that already. It can't be Bianca because she's hurt. Can't be Stephanie Vakir. Can't be Stephanie, because you know why? People are going to turn on her as soon as she wins.
All of that aura she got now, put her against Rhea. Oh boy, it's going.
It's weird because
that's what they always do.
The worst
No,
thing,
and that's what I'm saying. It's that match would be amazing.
Yeah.
Their chemistry in the ring together on the same side was good. Imagine them on the opposite sides fighting against each other. But I agree, because it's like once someone beats Rhea Ripley, it's over. There it is. They're getting booed. They're this, they're that.
Yeah.
And then there goes all her hype and all her.
Yep.
The worst thing that can happen to some wrestlers is becoming champion. It's weird, because that's where the hatred comes from.
That's where they turn on you. Yeah.
As soon as you become champ, it's
because
so
of
stupid.
the IWC.
Yes.
Yes.
Case in point.
Because of the IWC.
Case in point.
You know why?
So
they like someone. They like someone so much. They become a champ and they turn on them. And next month they like someone else, and it happens the same thing. There's just a bunch of fickle. It's like they have a flavor of the month, you know? Every time they like someone, once they win, they turn on them. It's been happening, like, you know.
And anybody is entitled to have their favorites, people that they don't like, but it's just the way that they attack them. It's like, really? Like, keyboard thugs irk my soul. They irk my soul so bad.
I don't even have nothing to say, because when it comes to these keyboard thugs, the funny thing is that I'm at events. So whatever you say to me online, I'm usually at an event, and there have been a couple of times, even at SummerSlam, I pulled up on them. I was like, "You didn't think I was going to be here? What's up?" Oh man, no, it wasn't like that. We just have different philosophy.
Yeah, because they saw this 6'5" big ass dude.
It's like, yo, you
can't teach that.
You can't teach it. You see me in person, and it's a different story than it is online. Well, now you ain't talking trash. You're not talking trash anymore. I don't get worried about it because 99.9% of these people never do shit. You ain't never heard about people two randos in the IWC fighting each other. It's never like that. But because I'm from a different era, and when I and I grew up in Northeast Ohio, and how we handle business, it's a little bit different. Anybody, not just millennials, but when you from Northeast Ohio, and I stress this, I cannot stress this anymore. I don't care how much money you got as a person. I'm pulling up. What's up? He does the same thing.
Oh yeah, I ain't scared of shit.
I don't care how big you are.
Exactly.
It's a matter of respect. So I gotta pull up. So what's up?
But me, I keep my little white glove so I can challenge him to a duel. I'll be like,
ha!
There you go. You got to do it classy, classy.
Because you got two options. You can either shut the fuck up
or get your ass beat.
Allegedly.
Or get your ass beat.
Allegedly.
You don't want some shit to happen to you like Buddy at that golf club incident.
You can find out.
I saw that shit. That shit was hilarious.
You can find out. You can find out just how things go when you. And I'm not saying you're gonna get beat up.
No,
because that would be putting out threats. All I'm saying is,
no,
you would just be in a situation that you have to deal with head on. Having said that, I think we covered everything. We covered everything. Damn, we went through everything in under 2 hours. Did we
look
it all in? We rushed.
It's because the fact that the Saturday night main event, American Bash, they weren't rushed, but there's not that many matches. Evolution itself was thrown together in like 2 nights.
They didn't even use a whole week.
Build, no build, no. They're barely starting to even put out commercials this week and this week only.
That's the problem, is that we as a community, we are so spoiled that we don't get a chance to actually appreciate what's being given to us. Everything that wrestling has given to us, we're quick to criticize, like we did on the show, right? But we never put respect on women's wrestling as much as we've been doing. And I think that I hate to say it, WWE is their women's division from all 3 brands. I think NXT is the top brand, but the women's division is the main reason why people tune in, not just for the men. Not saying that they don't tune in for the men, but the women's division is just, it's something to, we know. They tune in.
We definitely know.
We definitely know.
I watch for the plot.
The plot be like Dominic Mysterio or Kevin Owens or
CM Punk,
or
Kevin
Randy
Owens, Randy Orton.
Randy Orton, that's a big man.
Hey, yo. Anyway, we just gonna move on from that. So, Lena, wanted to thank you for coming by. Did you have any closing remarks or where people can find your stuff?
I'm on Twitter. You can find me, author Lena Dow 10438. Instagram, Lena Dow 88. And I have my poetry site on Instagram also. You can look it up. Lena Dow Poetry. So that's what I have. Social media platform also on Instagram, where you guys can follow me, author Lena Dow. And that's where also my publishing do. So I'm everywhere. You can look me up. You can Google me. You'll find me.
And if you don't see her on the shows, you will find her in the comments. all the time. with the Lena Bombs on all platforms.
And quick announcement. So we were going to do the Teddy Long interview this month, but due to unforeseen circumstances, we want to send our condolences out to Mr. Teddy Long and his passing of his son. So we've decided we're going to not interview Teddy until later down the line, but we will bring Headbanger Mosh from the Headbangers to the show tomorrow at 6 p.m. We won't be live, but it will be pre-recorded. Me and Nessa will be interviewing KJ Orso, who's been on the show before as Fuego del Sol.
Mm-hmm.
So Fuego del Sol is now KJ Orso due to him unmasking. And we got questions. We want to know. We want to know what happened. We want to know what sparked this. And I think you guys are going to like the fact that we do this a little differently. So we'll have the show pre-recorded, and then we'll drop the interview. I'd say we could do Friday morning. We could do Friday evening, Saturday morning. It just really depends. But with the heels of SmackDown, Saturday night's main event, and Evolution and All In, we'll figure out a time to drop the interview. So we'll try to, I don't know, maybe I'd say Monday morning, just to start off, just with, because everybody's gonna be focused on all the stuff that we covered today. Me and Nessa will come to a decision.
Be on the lookout. Be on the lookout.
ATD ladies, if you are available, hit my inbox. I have a idea. So this is for all 5 of you. Erica, I know you're not into crime, but I have some different stuff that I want to cover and go over you with.
See, it really did. It's called the Liv Morgan effect at this point. So
it changed All In, it changed Evolution, it changed SummerSlam, it changed a lot of stuff. It changed the entire year.
Some of them storylines getting trashed.
But we kept the show to about 2 hours, which is surprisingly rare.
It didn't go off the rails.
Didn't go off the rails.
We had to be on our best behavior because Miss Lena is here.
Thank you, Lena, for making us act right.
Thank you. Thank you, Lena, for everything.
She's our HR.
So once again, like I said, make sure
guys.
Always. And make sure you follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Make sure you like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And again, if you are on Facebook, go ahead and give us a like and a follow as well. Stay in touch with us. And I think probably Monday we will start the Humble Roses group chat. So if you guys do want to be part of that, make sure you send me I'll make a post about it on Twitter, and we'll just see who all wants to be in it. This will give you access to all of the crew members, and you'll get information about upcoming shows. Not that kind of access. We already know. We already know who you.
You didn't hear that, John?
No.
We already know who got 24/7 access to.
Yeah, we already know that.
Access for you. Speaking of which, sports for you.
Access for you, wrestling? Sweet. And just like that, we're on the rail.
Here we go.
No, I'm not doing this tonight.
Shout out Trail, shout out John, love you.
Shout out Trail, shout out John. Sports for You should be going live right now. Make sure you check those guys out. Give them a like, a follow, and subscribe to their channel. This has been the Humble Roses podcast. Kev the Postman, Nessa La Madrina, the Godmother, and author Lena Dow. Me, Dallas Cash, host of the Humble Roses podcast. We will see you guys later and enjoy your time this weekend.
Peace.